Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry for that delay, you guys. I literally was getting ready to go live at 2:30 and at 2:29 I saw this story come up. Megyn Kelly shocks the world, announces that Jeffrey Epstein may be alive. Soon we're going to hear from him directly. Dude. Oh my God. Of all the times that I have ever wanted to be like, I told you so, this is going to be my number one. This is going to be my number one ever. If this ends up being true, dude. Sometimes you just see the world for what it is. You know what I mean? It's like certain things seem so obvious to you and you're looking around kind of like, how on earth is everybody missing this? I don't understand. I don't understand. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Tell you what I said. We'll go through the news story. And then also we'll talk about Tony Ferguson supposedly moving to Russia to train, which is kind of nuts, but not necessarily that crazy. I want to show you a clip of Sean Strickland saying a thing, that you just like, it's like, dude, you said this on a show that everyone watches. You cannot say this and then complain if someone says a thing about beating you up like your dad beat you up. You said this. Okay. So I'll show you the actual, I'll show you that clip because it's funny. And if we have time, I wanted to show you some of the conversation between Laura Sanko and Bisping because I thought that was very notable. Bisping talks about what kind of porn he likes. Laura Sanko talks about what she thinks of everybody's trash talk and demonstrates that she might be the most what's the right way to put this? She can hang with the boys is kind of where I was going with this. It's like, she's a rare bird, man. A girl that looks like that and can slide right into a big crew of dudes and just hang. But I'll show you that also. But good God, man. See, this is exactly what I've been saying from Jump Street. Okay, where should we start, dude? I'm going to show you the Strickland thing first because suddenly it just became like, it just became the part of this that's like not that important at all. If you've known my channel, like if you're new to this channel, this might seem kind of nuts. Like, why is Jesse on fire talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Like this is like a big deal. It's like, yeah, this was my wheelhouse before I got I got my second channel axed, which was all about this stuff. Okay, so here, I want to show you this first. So we're going to talk, I will show you this thing first. All right. So this is Strickland discussing, I guess, the American youth, this particular generation, whatever. And let's just at least hear him out on how he believes this generation would be helped to be more manly. Oh God, why does
family more? We need to bring back alcohol. Americans, you guys are just soft motherfuckers. You got to get hit by your family more. We need to bring back alcoholism, maybe some drug abuse. Be good for you guys.
Just toughen them up.
Yeah, yeah. Look at like
you grew up tough.
Yeah,
that's why you have that perspective.
I mean, you fucking dodge a couple beer bottles and you're a fucking kid. You harden up. I'm not saying that the world will be a better place with more of me, but you guys need to get hit by your dads a little bit more. Not even hit, not discipline. You guys don't need to be like, I didn't take out the trash, hit. You guys need to get like an alcoholic rage beating, and then you'll start fucking learning how to have, nuts.
Okay. So listen, here is my only reason for showing that. All right. Is this, dude? Is it reasonable to both have that video exist And then when someone says, I'm going to beat you up like your dad beat you up, be like, good Lord, that is off limits. It's like, I mean, is it though? I mean, I would agree normally. I would totally agree. But, you know, like, you just said the whole generation will be better if people got the shit beat out of them when they were a kid, like you did. That's your words. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I said, I love Strickland. I am for sure going to be rooting for him every single time he fights, especially after watching the, watching, the part of the Theo Von thing where he broke down. That's like, for a person like me, that hit me straight in the heart bone, dude, because of how he is. It's like for a dude like that to just all of it just kind of, but also, I mean, I like to tease people and it's like, dude, like this is like a perfect topic for me to like define what my channel and brand is, right? I'm not making fun of him getting beaten up as a kid. I would never do that, dude. I would absolutely never do that. I'm making fun of him talking about it like that. And then when someone teased him about it, acting like they just crossed some ethical line it's like, dude, are you serious? You know what I mean? Like you could talk about trauma and you could say it's really serious and you could say you want to help people with trauma. And then if someone is like, hey, look at this guy with all the trauma, then you're like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Are you serious? This guy's trying to help people. This is a person who's trying to help people with trauma. Don't fucking talk about it like that. But if you do it like this, then you can't have it both ways. You could either be a symbol of, bringing people up and you're like he has been since Drickus did that, where like now I think if people brought it up, it would be really fucked up. But like Drickus did, this was what Drickus was walking into. Drickus saw that. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we've been on for 7 minutes. Man, I don't know if I'm even ready yet, dude, to talk about here. I don't even know if I'm ready to talk about Epstein potentially being alive. I don't even know if I'm ready. I think actually what I would like to do is let's do the Tony Ferguson story first. All right. So let's do that. And then we'll move over to the Jeffrey Epstein one. So let's watch this together, you guys. Here's the report.
Тони Фергюсон в Дагестане. Тони уверен, что это позволит ему снова побеждать. Тони Фергюсон высказался о своей поездке в Дагестан, чтобы вернуться к борцовским истокам. Думаю, что да. Я бы хотел там побывать и взглянуть своими глазами, насколько правдивы все эти разговоры про этих парней из России. Но я точно не закончу свою карьеру. Возможно, Тони начнет снова побеждать, так как уходить этот воин не собирается.
All right. So, you know what? Honestly, what do you guys think about that? Let's just honestly, let's just assume it's completely true. And, okay, hang on. Whoops. Okay, so let's just assume that it's true, right? Here's what I wanted to say about this, right? I actually was going to do a video about this. And I decided I wanted to just go live and make it part of everything else. So, I think that if true, the thing that these guys would provide that from a value perspective is the following. I think that the Dagestani guys are underrated in 2 areas. Well, Khabib specifically in 2 areas, the other guys in 1. I've talked about this a million times. I think Khabib is one of the most underrated fight promoters in the history of the sport. But for this particular purpose, what I think they're underrated in is game planning and then training around game planning. Oh, bro, we're coming to this very, very shortly, right after this. So in Tony Ferguson's current state, you have to recognize where he's at. I don't think he is capable of doing that. I think maybe the Dagestan guys are, and maybe they can build a good game plan for him for a specific opponent, train him up in a very specific area, which could then lead him to a victory. I don't think there's any scenario where he wins the title. I don't think there's any scenario where he goes on like a 3-fight run. Could he win another fight if he trains with these guys specifically for an opponent that is handpicked for him, like Clay Guida? Yes, I think that he could potentially win, and that would be a great way for him to go out. Okay, this is all I could. That's the most I could do. Now I got to talk about Epstein. I grew up in Walnut Creek. All right, so moving over to the real headline of the day. Let's do this, dude. So right as I was about to get on, I saw this. Okay, Megyn Kelly shocks the world and announces Jeffrey Epstein is alive, ? Soon we'll hear from him directly. Okay. So let's do this. Okay. So I actually, you know what I want to do here? I'm just going to let you guys hear what I heard. And then I'm going to discuss it because I have been saying this from the very beginning. Anyone who has been watching my content for 2 years, 3 years can tell you I have never wavered on this. I have always said exactly what I thought it was that he's alive and somewhere else. And this whole thing, did he kill himself? Did he commit, did he kill himself or was he killed? Is all misdirection for the most obvious, which is he walked out the front door, dude. Anyway, let's watch this.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any real way for Jeffrey Epstein to have hung himself from a bed that was this short. Here's the photos of presumably the crime scene in Jeffrey Epstein's cell. How could you have hung yourself from a bed that's 4 feet off the ground when you're a 6 foot tall dude? It goes through and talking about how the autopsy photo and the autopsy about Jeffrey Epstein's broken jaw. I have never seen 3 fractures like this in a suicidal hanging, Dr. Braden tells Alfonsi on the broadcast. He added, going over thousands of jail hangings, suicides in New York City state prisons over the past 40 to 50 years, not one had 3 fractures. So why is Jeffrey Epstein's jaw fractured so much? It looks more like he was strangled to death. Another pathologist said the neck trauma had been associated with strangulation, especially in older men. Epstein was 66. This is from CBS News, which is crazy. 60 Minutes reached out to the New York City medical examiner, but did not hear back. Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, they say that this is the noose that Jeffrey Epstein hung himself with. There you go. Here's your noose. Look at how clean that thing is. But they go on to say that the photos of the noose taken as evidence, presumably thought to be responsible for the killing of Epstein, shows both ends of the noose folded and hemmed out, not cut. Sources told 60 Minutes that the guard who found Epstein cut him down before trying to revive him. It doesn't look like anybody ever took scissors to it. So there's some question, is this even the right noose? So this is presumably the clean as a whistle noose that was used to hang Jeffrey Epstein. All of it's weird. And Megyn Kelly is now making big time headlines saying that the public may soon hear from Jeffrey Epstein directly. Well, what's that about? Megyn Kelly suggested the world could hear from late Jeffrey Epstein directly in the wake of recent unsealing a barrage of evidence. We're not done with Jeffrey Epstein. I can tell you that for a fact. Megyn Kelly said on her show, The Megyn Kelly Show.
For a fact.
I can't tell you how I know, but I can tell you for a fact we're not going to hear more. We're going to hear more about Epstein in the coming year. You may even be hearing from him directly. What the F? Megyn Kelly's cryptic Jeffrey Epstein message goes viral. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch for ourselves and see what Megyn has to say.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, I can't wait. Okay, so we're going to see what she said. Then I'm going to go back and tell you all of the things, why this is, I've been saying this forever. It's going to seem very obvious in hindsight. If this ends up being right, it's going to seem so laughably obvious to everyone. But
wanted to begin with the story that set the internet on fire last night, the Jeffrey Epstein document release. Here's what happened in case you weren't paying attention. Last month, the judge.
By the way, did you guys hear that? This is crazy, by the way. Have you heard whether Connor and Chandler signed a fine contract? They have not. But that said, Chandler said that they are, as far as he's concerned, 100% they're fighting June 29th. When Anna asked him directly if they had a signed bout agreement, he dodged the question, which means no. Thank you for the super chat. And
ordered nearly 1,000 pages to be released in connection.
Dude, I don't know if you guys saw the video before I made it private, but the one that I said where I was like, Tyron Woodley's on the Epstein client list. How would anyone think that was a real head? How would anyone think that that's a serious thing to comment on? They're all, dude, this is clickbait. Tyron Woodley is not on the Epstein list. It's like, are you fucking serious? Obviously, he's not on the fucking client list, dude. It was a joke because he had an embarrassing sex tape get released the day before. Okay. Did that sex tape look like something that was orchestrated by Jeffrey Epstein? It looks like it was in an apartment that someone hadn't cleaned in 6 months. Okay. It's a fucking joke. But in that one, like when I talked about the actual list, I was saying like, I don't think we're actually even going to find anything out when the list comes out. I was like, who cares? Like we already know who's dirty and who's not. When the list comes out, it's not even going to prove anything. Fucking A, was I wrong, dude. Like, yeah, it's not just about who's on it. It's like, oh yeah, here you go. This guy, I need to make nicknames for people because YouTube will like, press it down if I say certain phrases. So let's call the former president in the blue dress the Cigar Man. Tastes good. The Cigar Man. So Cigar Man is in there. It's like, oh, Cigar Man likes him young. You're all, yikes. And then today it's like, oh, the cigar guy. Yeah, he definitely was actively, personally involved in suppressing the story when Vanity Fair happened. You're like, oof, man. I mean, listen, dude, if you have a guy who was the president of the United States and has a scandal that everyone knows about where he, whatever happened with the intern, penetrated her with an inanimate object and then commented on how good it tasted. And then you find out that guy flew on Epstein's jet. Do you really need the list to come out to know that this sleazebag was banging young girls? Give me a fucking break, dude. Anyway.
With a defamation case, and nearly all names are unredacted. They include more than 100 names, including many high-profile individuals. Now, this is not, all these individuals had sex with young girls thanks to Jeffrey Epstein.
That was my point.
It's witnesses who are around Jeffrey Epstein or exploited by Jeffrey Epstein, in some cases, repeating.
I'm sorry. Do you want to get specific about what was in there for him, though? I mean, I'm just saying, if we're going to throw this out there, what was said about him in the list? Should look that up because it exonerated him. Anyway.
What Jeffrey Epstein said about certain individuals or so on. So it's not clear indictments of people's character. You have to sort of really delve into it. We'll give you just some highlights here. Most of the names have previously been reported on, but we are learning some new information as well. The biggest piece of news to come out last night is about former President Bill Clinton.
Is she not going to say the thing about him? Where is the thing where she said she's not? Hold on. Because I read this article also. Hang on. Because I don't care about any of that. I just want to show you the thing where this is all that matters here. All right. So bam. There we go. So here you go. Megyn Kelly says world may soon hear from Jeffrey Epstein directly. We're not done. All right. So let's discuss. All right. You made me recommend Condemned movie with Stone Cold. I have never seen that. I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you for the super chat. All right. So here was why I was so confident, or at least confident enough to just publicly say it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, that when everybody's going, oh my God, did Epstein, did he do it himself or did someone do it to him? I was like, smoke screen. Okay. Because he obviously didn't do it to himself, but what's the flip side of it? Right? Like, all right, so if he didn't do it to himself, then that means someone else did it. Well, let me ask you an obvious question. We know this guy's the most prolific blackmail artist in the history of the world, as far as anybody knows. He has blackmail material on literally the most powerful people in the world. If you look closely at this story, some of the stories are bananas. There's this one guy whose last name is Black, who's a billionaire, who had no dealings with Epstein ever, had no dealings with him. He goes to the island, and then the following year, he started wiring Epstein like 35, I can't use either 30 or $60 million a year for the next 5 to 6 years until Epstein was off the grid. You're like, huh. And then when they asked him about it, he's all, oh, yeah, I was doing it. I was paying him for consulting around tax mitigation. The guy's a billionaire hedge fund manager. You're all, let me just make sure I understand this guy. So you're worth $9 billion. And how'd you make all that money? Oh, financial instruments, investing, money management, that kind of thing, high level investing. And you're like, and you paid Jeffrey Epstein $30 million a year for advice on tax mitigation. He's like, oh yeah, he's great. You're all, and your relationship started after you visited the island. Yes, that's true. You're like, are you sure that you didn't take a belt and choke a 15-year-old with it and get caught on tape? Are you sure that didn't happen? You sure you didn't put a mask on, paint blood all over your chest and then dance around a fire while you let a child do something? You know what I mean? Like, are we sure that that's not what happened? Because that seems a lot more likely than you fucking paid him for tax mitigation advice. That's the stupidest fucking story ever. So like stories like that are absurd. You obviously know what's going on there. He had a painting in his New York apartment of the cigar man in a blue dress. And everyone's like, oh, well, so what does that mean? Remember the video I did about that where someone was like, oh yeah, he was blackmailing him because it was so embarrassing that Clinton got painted in a dress. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That blue dress is what damned him in the case with Lewinsky, because she kept it after he, finished up on it. She was like, oh my gosh. I mean, most people would want to wash this out of their dress, but I think I'll keep it. That's what fucking destroyed his case, where he's like, I didn't do anything. It's like, really? Are you sure? Because it looks like you could have gotten someone pregnant with the stain that is on her dress. So the obvious implication of the painting is Epstein being like, I've got him by the balls because this is a painting of him in the evidence that fucked him last time, obviously. So, okay. So we know what he is. If someone could just clip him, then why wouldn't they have done it before? Do you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't any of these guys? He's like, yeah, I need you to send me 30 million. They're like, or I could pay someone a really high-end assassin $100,000 and they could put you down permanently. These are people who deal with financial numbers all the time. Like, what's bigger, 30 million or 100,000? It's like, if you could clip him, you just would. Like, you would just do it. And then, God, this is the part I'm not sure if I should, I know I shouldn't pull it up, so I'm not going to, but if you have never looked up the pictures of him being, wheeled out of the prison afterwards, why don't you go look at that and then take a look at this part of the body, the part that's responsible for hearing, and then compare it to a photograph of when he's alive of the same part of his body. It ain't the same dude. It's not the same dude. So you have two options. Either it's a mistake and they put, geez, we did think that was him getting wheeled out of the prison, and they went out and, were presented as fact. This is actually him being wheeled out of the jail, but it turned out they were pictures of someone else that looked like him. So oopsie. Or they did it on purpose. And why would they do that on purpose? Why? You know what I mean? Why would they do that on purpose? It's like, oops. That was an accident. Just as corrupt as all of them said. Okay. Hey guys, I just want to make sure everybody gets to see this because this is super important in the Epstein conversation. Trump is just as corrupt as all of them. Okay. Cool. Anyway, dude, can you imagine how much that paint, like if someone auctioned that painting in those circles, do you have any idea what one of these like high-end hedge fund people would pay for that? They could probably sell that thing for $50 million, dude. So I saw this. I really wish that I could just go. I wish I could go neck deep and show you guys the pictures that I'm talking about with the ear, but anyone can use Google. Google it. So anyway, that's my that's been my position all along. It's like, if you could just kill the guy, why wouldn't you have already done it? Like, why would he be walking around, just cruising around, doing whatever he wants when you know, like he's got you by the balls. These are the most powerful people in the world. And the reason that he's the only real question about what the relationship between him and some of these people are is like, who was running him? You know, like who's behind him? Because ultimately he was a tool. Like he was a vehicle for capturing the power and influence that these guys that he was targeting had. And so you needed someone who was a sociopath to be able to, you know, be a charming guy, but also simultaneously down to exploit young people in kind of the most disgusting ways possible. Like he's not like he's not like the top of the food chain. You know what I mean? Some people say it's Lex Wexner but I don't know, dude. It's possible that he just had shit on him too. You know, he was using his whatever. I actually don't want to get into all that. But bottom line is, I called this shit from the very beginning. Called it from the beginning because it didn't make any sense. That's what's called a dead man's trigger. Okay. If you're going to blackmail people that are powerful, like they can just clip you, you know, unless they know that if they do that, you're going to drop the evidence that you have on them. Wait, what? That's the stupidest take ever. That is the stupidest take ever. You're not looking at the same thing then, dude. Hang on. Hold on. That is absurd. If you're looking at the same, hold on. Wait, what the? Man, they have buried this. Wow, dude. This used to pop up instantly on an image search. It's gone. Well, that's interesting. Hold on. Wow, dude. Okay, I really maybe shouldn't be talking about this. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a serious question. Have you ever Googled something and done an image search and there is like one page of images, no matter what it is, like literally no matter what it is? That is okay. Now I actually am maybe not supposed to be talking about this because those pictures were fucking right there and now they are gone. Like that is so crazy. They're gone. Hold on. Okay. I just generally speaking, I have to keep looking because I kind of can't believe that these photographs are gone because I've found them literally 100 times in the last few years and they're just now gone. Wait, here we go. Found it. That's like unbelievable that I had to look that hard for it though. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I don't even think I should show this, dude. Anywho, but yeah, so you guys go on like Bing or something. Go on Bing. Yeah, use DuckDuckGo. Look up, man, I literally like just completely lost my train of thought because I don't know. Anytime that I stumble on something where I'm like, oh, they're actually, you know, like, I mean, not this. This is obviously brand new. Megan Kelly says we may be hearing from Jeffrey Epstein directly. We're not done, but I don't know. Like that, I can't even really explain it. It's like as soon as I land on something, where I'm like, oh fuck, they're like Google really is doing this. I just freeze because that's exactly what just happened right now because they have absolutely for sure scrubbed the internet of. And I went through the process of verifying that those pictures were real before. Ooh, that's concerning. Joshua Ryman, thank you very much for the super chat. Conspiracy Theory was a great movie. Who would have ever thought when it was released that we would be living it in 2024? I mean, dude, I just watched a thing on Russell Brand's channel where he was going through all the things that Alex Jones had predicted that ended up being correct. It's crazy. It's crazy that it's crazy the number of things that he got right. And then when he explained how he got them right, you're like, I mean, that's not rocket science. They just tell you exactly what they're going to do. And then he just goes and looks. He's all, hey guys, look, this is what they said they were going to do in 1970. And they got it done by 1990. Then they said they were going to get this done by 2010 and they got it done. Now for the last 10 years, they've been saying they're going to get this done by 2030. And here's what they're trying to do. And you're like, oh, okay, that's not really that complicated, is it? You know, it's really not that complicated. You found, okay, I'll try that again. Yeah, no. What the fuck? You did that. I just found it immediately on Epstein ear. I look up Jeffrey Epstein ear, didn't find it. I looked up Jeffrey Epstein corpse ear, didn't find it. Man, you ain't lying. Epstein ear, found it. That's 100% true, dude. That's crazy, dude. Oops. All right, here. Since it was that easy, I'll just wait. It's not the Times. What is the Times? Here. It's like not close. Wait, I just clicked on something else. Anyway, you guys can look for yourself. It's not close. Yeah, Epstein ear on Google. Apparently, if you write corpse ear, it just makes it disappear. If you write Jeffrey Epstein ear, it goes away. But Epstein ear, it's all there. You have a very super successful channel at this point. The whole clickbait BS gimmick really necessary. Just treat us like a real audience. Like what? Like specifically? It's the stupidest feedback ever, dude. Like there's nothing about what I do that's not exactly what the fucking video is about. I don't understand. Like it's like you go through every single one. The only one anyone could even say that about was the Tyron Woodley and Israel Adesanya on the Epstein list. If anybody honestly did not understand that was a joke, it's like, bro, give me a fucking break. Like go through any of them. Like any of my, like seriously, which is clickbait? Like which is one that's not exactly what the video is about? Here, let's do this together, dude. Okay. Which of these is clickbait? Ian Gary nuked Sean Strickland. McGregor and Chandler slipped up. That was one about a theory where I'm like, this fucking doesn't make any sense. And I will stand by that. It doesn't make any sense. How is Chandler going into camp in January? Even Anik asked him about that today. This one is a joke. Strickland crossed a red line. Yeah. Every single one of these is literally exactly what's in the video. It's the dumbest feedback ever, dude. It's literally like it's a skill. It's a skill for doing YouTube. Like, go to any successful YouTube channel and it's like you create curiosity. It's fucking obvious. Whoops, that's not the one I meant to do. Yeah, dude. Who cares what the fucking title is? Dude, I just don't even understand. It's like, I don't understand that feedback. If you like the content, just fucking watch it. Joshua Ryman, thank you for the super chat, good sir. Does he look like a white California beach guy from the Dude, I do. From the 50s. That's honestly funny, dude. I can't help it. It's just like you want to know why it pisses me off? Is because it's like, I know it's a skill what I do. And so people being like, God, stop doing whatever. I'm like, oh, you mean like stop being fucking awesome at YouTube? Is that what I should do? I should just take something I'm fucking awesome at and just be shitty at it. That's awesome feedback, dude. I should definitely do that. Dude, Tony can win if they give him they really should give him Clay Guida, man. God, I'm glad you guys all have my back on that, dude. It's super infuriating. Yeah, dude. If Tony goes in Dagestan, he comes back and just wins 7 straight. That would be so fucking funny, dude. Have I heard talks of Masvidal Askren? No. Dude, thank you for the super chat. I can't believe I forgot to bring this up. So, DeMello, I do represent the Lollipop Guild. Sounds gay, so I'm in. Thank you for the super chat. No, so Ariel talked today about he talked about Conor and Chandler, UFC 300, one of the fights that's in the works that's not a headliner. Then he talked about Diaz and Masvidal. He talked about all of those. And this is actually a great topic. Okay, so the first thing he said was that Conor and Chandler are Chandler confirmed this. They're definitely not on UFC 300. I'm for sure wrong about that. What I was right about is that the fight's not signed. Like that whole thing, like that was my whole point when I was like, they slipped up, is I'm like, none of this makes any fucking sense, dude. We're just acting like June 29th is locked, but UFC's not going to announce, like UFC's not going to announce that Conor's coming back. That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. It's being at 185. That doesn't make any sense. Why would UFC do that? They're going to take a fight like that has huge implications across the board. And they're like, let's just make this fight completely not matter as it relates to what comes next. Like, that's a thing Conor would say. It's not a thing the UFC would do. Never made any sense to me. That's why I called it out. So he said they're definitely not UFC 300, but I knew that also from Chandler. But then he said that he thinks that UFC 300 card is going to be a huge disappointment because he said that he has heard that Izzy is not going to fight on UFC 300. This is all stuff I learned listening to Ariel today. So that fucking sucks. So that takes one super fight off the board. That said, since Aspinall said that Pereira was probably going to defend his title at 300, that probably means Jamal Hill. That's a good fight, dude. That's a great fight. But the fight that he said is in the works that they think is the ace up their sleeve, I have heard rumors is Gaethje against Holloway for BMF. He's right. It's not a 300 headliner, but that's a fucking banger, dude. That would be a banger. I don't know if that for sure is the same, like, I don't know if that's the same, if that's the fight that he's referencing, but I had heard that too. And then he said that Masvidal Diaz definitely not fighting at UFC 300, that's not what they were referencing. So that sucks, you know? Like that fucking sucks. There was a report that Diaz and, I know where it came from. Jake Paul said that Diaz and Masvidal were going to box. Now that would make money, dude. That would make serious fucking money. Thank you very much, dude. Stevie, I heart your face. Tosha, cheers from Germany. Thanks, man. Oh my God. Hey guys, what do you guys think about this? Be specific, dude. If people want to come on here and say about the clickbait, you from now on you have to pick a specific video that you're talking about. Pick a video. Name the video that was clickbait, and please say the one about Tyron Woodley being on the Epstein client list, dude. Oh my God, shut up, guy. Jesus. Let's see. Tyron Woodley on the client list is so clickbait. Dude, that was so funny. Oh, it was? Oh, shit, it was? Hold on. I guess. Gosh. Let's see. Suck it, you fucking retard. Now you're going in timeout. La 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 la. And you go in timeout. Do suck on your 5-minute timeout. Fucking idiot. Suck on it. Oh. Anyway, MMA Guru and MMA Joey called me out on their live for the clickbait. Didn't mean anything by it, but I do feel the channel is stagnating. Okay. Hey, can I please God, let MMA Joey teach me how to run a YouTube channel? Please. Just take all of his skills and just give them to me. MMA Joey is the king of YouTube. MMA Joey did have a tweet go viral the other day, though. Yeah, I can tell you, if the channel's stagnating, it's making twice as much money a month as it was a year ago. So if that's stagnant, then I think I don't understand what stagnant means. See, this is the kind of brilliant shit that I love, dude. Look at this. Genius. The best rumor that I've heard about UFC 300. Fuck, dude. That's what I was saying. Ariel killed all of them. Literally, dude. Ariel crushed my heart today. No Izzy. Masvidal, no. Diaz, no. Connor and fucking Chandler, no. Like, Ariel took all the best rumors and was like, yeah, I looked into those and nope. It's like, oh, God, dude. I got to put this poop guy into timeout because it's just, you can only say something so many times and it's like, all right, guy, now you got to sit out, dude. That's just too many times. You can't say the same thing 150 times. Jacoby, what on earth are you talking about? I don't think Ariel supports Hamas, dude. Wait, what? Are you talking to me? Israel? When the fuck have I ever talked about that? Has anyone ever heard me fucking talk about this topic? Ever once? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Thank you, Jim. Fucking Tito. I don't know, dude. A poll about what? I can't do polls, dude. I don't know how to. I mean, first of all, I have no idea what you're talking about, but Michael Moore, thank you for the super chat. Woodley isn't nearly as rich or influential. Step foot in that circle. That's a liability. How stupid are people? Love your headlines. Thank you very much, good sir. And also, like, hello, no one can connect the dot. You know, like that's what I was like when I put that up. I was just laughing at people's comments. I'm like, you can't connect the dot. Like, that's not something that people can obviously connect. Like, look at the thumbnail, dude. I was so proud of this thumbnail. Honestly, that's what pisses me off. That's honestly what pisses me off, dude. Is like, you guys didn't think that this fucking thumbnail was funny? Like, are you fucking serious? Entrapment glitter on this BBW's boobs? That's fucking hilarious, dude. And then I put Izzy on there with a dog. What the fuck? I mean, if people like not seen my channel, they're like, oh yeah, like Jesse would never make fun of someone whose sex tape came out. It's like, are you fucking serious? That's basically my bread and butter. The painting of Bill in the dress and Hunter Biden would really complete any art collection. Totally, dude. Seriously, dude. I personally think that the Hunter Biden art actually does have a lot of value just because it's like, I mean, he's like a tortured artist, you know? It's like, oh, is that a Van Gogh? They're like, yeah, man. Van Gogh, he cut off his ear and gave it to a prostitute. Look at the painting. You're like, wow, beautiful. You're like, is it though? Like the whole art game is so fucking bizarre to me. It's like, that Van Gogh, oh, that's beautiful. You want me to fucking make something that's better than this Van Gogh shit right now? They're like, you obviously don't know art. I'm like, you obviously are blind. What the fuck is so cool about that painting? Well, it's a Van Gogh. All right, well, let's just say that some sixth grader painted that because they could, you know, like, it's all just nonsense. So if it's like, it's special because it's a fucking Van Gogh, it's like, all right, well, here, Hunter Biden fucking painted this with one hand while he was, you know, loading up a crack pipe with the other hand and then digging around for his wallet to pay the Russian prostitute that he was with. I mean, how come Van Gogh's so fucking cool and Hunter Biden's not? You know what I mean? Jeez. I mean, let's be real, dude. All right. I mean, let's fucking be honest here. Okay. Oh, wow. Jeez. Now that is some art that is definitely worth like $50 million because reasons. Shut the fuck up, dude. It's a Van Gogh. Oh, cool. Have you and Dana ever oiled up? I don't understand the question, but probably. It flowers in a vase, dude. Like that's literally the name. Flowers in a fucking vase. Oh, geez. It's a Van Gogh. Here you go. Self-portrait. Wow. Hey, how much would this go for? $100 million? Oh, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense, dude. Of course it would. because reasons. Art is the art the entire thing of rich people collecting art is absurd. Flowers in a fucking vase, dude. Let me see here. Let's do this. Buy an original Van Gogh. Let's see. Like, I'm serious. Like, buy an price. How much is an original Van Gogh worth? Oh, it's like between 70 and 100 million. You're all, oh, of course, dude. That seems reasonable. Like, yeah, this looks like it's worth 100 million because reasons. 100 fucking million, dude. This is so dumb. Give me a fucking break. Well, listen, man, have you ever cut your ear off and given it to a prostitute? No, I haven't. They're all, well, if you did, instantly your art would be worth $100 million. Look, he's such a tortured soul. All right. Yeah. And you can really see it in his painting. He's tortured. All right. Like, you want to see art that's fucking cool? Okay. This is a $30 million piece of art that's cool. Like, I saw this and I was like, if I was this rich, this is how I would do art. Bam. Whoops. This, where the guy's got like an enormous great white shark suspended in gel like this, and it's in the middle of his like $50 million property. That's gangster, dude. Like, that's fucking cool. This one cost 12 million. It's like, oh, should I get one stupid painting or 10 great white sharks captured in the middle of attacking something? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'd love to know who's commissioned for the Bill painting. Me too. He's probably dead, dude. Most likely. Probably dead. Timeout for you. Timeout for you. Little cum drinker. Take that 5 minutes. Go drink your daddy's jizz. This channel 50%, 30%, 10%, randomly for the. Oh my God. You don't get to go on timeout. You just have to live through the suffrage that is your life. Ferguson is no. I don't like that, dude. I would prefer Tony Ferguson against Clay Guida personally. I think it's a good. I mean, that's like two guys that are huge fan favorites that let him rock and roll, man. I mean, the thing about it is, like, the people who would actually buy that art would say the art because they look at it as like an investment. But what I'm saying is, all right, so because there's a market for it, cool, it's worth $100 million. But like, it is literally a painting of a vase of flowers. It's a fucking painting of a vase of flowers. $100 million, a painting of a vase of flowers. It's a Van Gogh. Shut up. Fucking weirdos. And then there's this whole industry around it of like art, like the art, like they're like real estate agents, but for art. And they walk around with these billionaires. They're like, Robert has an incredible eye for art. And you're like, shut up. Okay. You make $1 million every time this dumb fuck buys some enormously priced piece of art. He has one of the most refined eyes in the entire art business. Shut up. Give me a fucking break, dude. Oh, it's so dumb, dude. Oh, You didn't read the title correctly. The title was Give You Time Out. Bye-bye. If you want to see what the title, like that is actually one of my biggest pet peeves is like people come on and they look, it's all, oh, this stream's been going for 55 minutes. They're all, what does this have to do with the title? You're all, do you think it's plausible that I probably already covered what was in the title within the last 55 minutes? You fucking idiot. I'm just kidding, dude. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't mean what I said. I didn't mean it. I didn't. No, I'm going with the Black Rifle Coffee guys. Me and Gabrielle. The Drinking Bros, as you may know them. Dude, can you imagine if they really tried to sell us fucking Tito and Chuck? I'd be like, damn. I'm not in a mood, dude. I'm in a great mood right now. I'm not talking to you bad, Dom JDM. The only reason I only talk to people who talk shit like that. MMA Joey does not want to influence or box me. I promise you that. That's not a good fight for him. I mean, listen. I'm down for it. But I really don't think that would be I don't think that's a good fight for him, man. Let me see if I can get Gabrielle up here. Sid Vicious, what's up, dude? Hey, you want to come up and say what's up? Okay, I'm only gonna be on for like 10 more minutes, so hustle up. Love you, man. She is. Beneve. It's the strongest thing ever. Thank you, guys. Oh, that's easy. If I had to move back to California, I'd move back to Orange County. For sure. Would I roll with you for fun? Dude. Jacoby, if your limbs dislocate easily, just don't do it. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would roll with you. I would just go super fucking easy. I roll, my average output when I roll is literally probably like 30%. That's like normally. I only go 100% when I do tournaments. Speaking of which, I got to decide if I'm going to do the Austin Open, you guys. Let me see how many people are in my division. Because I don't want to have to do 1,000 fights. Let's see. Let me see. Gabrielle, welcome.
Georgia just yells up, Tesla trucks are a very lot money.
Tesla trucks are a very lot money? Yeah. What? Why is she looking at that, dude?
She's so smart. We were sitting down there and she says, I saw the weirdest looking truck. It was gray and it had a pointy thing on top. And so she gets on Google and starts Googling weird looking gray cars with pointy things on top. I'm like, you're never gonna find it. Like, what did it look like?
Patrick Bet
And
David's
she found it.
company got acquired for
You were wrong.
$300 million. No one acquires a pyramid scheme for $300 million. So there's no way he's correct about
No,
that.
there were a little more money.
What, baby?
There were a little more money.
There were a little more money. What is
How
that?
much?
What is that?
60,000.
60,000 is more than 300 million?
No. Let's see.
Oh, the Tesla truck?
Tesla truck.
Yes.
If there's 60,000, I'm going to
I
buy
wanna
one.
get one,
Yeah. There's no way that that's right.
You'll see. Let's see. Where's mommy's Google?
Hey guys.
What's up, dudes? Whoa.
Found it.
Oops, I was accidentally
You called me.
I was FaceTiming you, Gabrielle.
I should have answered it. Pictures of
What's happening? What are
Tesla
y'all talking about?
trucks.
I was looking for
Oh my God, my nose
footage
is
from that tournament because they're like
Hey.
you should get
Daddy, look.
no way. This is what she's talking about, Sean. Wow, it is pricey.
No, that's
She found the poster for $22.
the
What
Georgia,
the
you're
fuck,
the
dude?
best.
What's the price
Thanks,
of
Jacoby.
a Tesla truck?
It's not even out yet, you goof.
Okay.
Where the hell is that video from?
What video are you looking at?
I'm looking for the one where in the final of that tournament in Nogi where the guy who was 6'5", where I tried to take his back and then I missed and then he choked
It
me.
does say that they're going to start at 60K.
Probably comes without wheels at 60K.
It is.
I want one.
Francis AJ just announced no
Get
fucking way.
it.
Hold up.
Get it. Mom, can you get one?
Maybe I'll get one.
Don't play with my emotions,
I'll
dude.
trade in the minivan for a Cybertruck.
Yeah. Please.
My nose is running from the cold.
Hold on.
Please, I really want.
Who's saying this? Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou is now a done deal for 10-round boxing match. Take care. Who's Michael Benson?
Who's Michael Benson?
He has a check mark.
Whoa.
Obviously.
Whoa.
Well, let's find out, you guys.
Find out. you go-
Shut your face.
You're so loud.
Whose kid is that?
Yeah, where does she get her
Yes.
noise level
I'm
from?
gonna call Francis. I'm calling Francis' manager to see if it's true.
Can you scoot that over?
So I'm looking at Twitter, and Michael Benson is saying Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou is now quote unquote a done deal. Is that true? It's true. Let's fucking go, son.
You heard it here. Second.
What?
No, say that.
Yeah. I am absolutely going to do that. I'm going to sign off right now and make that video. You are the fucking man. Congratulations, dude. All right, dude. Later. That shit's true, son.
I'm not playing word search right now.
That is true. Oh my God. It's true. Ariel confirmed it. I just confirmed it. I just talked to him. That's Markel. That's Francis' manager that booked the fight. I confirmed it. Anyway, all right, I gotta sign off. I gotta do a video. I love all of you guys.
It was nice to see y'all. Happy Friday.